Good morning, hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Wiens. I'm in Copenhagen, Denmark. And for this trip to Copenhagen, we rented an apartment. We're staying for almost 2 weeks, so we rented an apartment. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you around. I'm gonna specifically give you a full tour of our apartment, show you the entire apartment. And I think we need some coffee too. Okay. Just enjoying the fresh breeze of the morning though. The fresh air, the crisp air. At this stage in the season, the leaves are starting to turn golden. Look at that, that's beautiful. The area that we're staying is called Vesterbro, very close to Meatpacking District, which is just down the road. Every time that I've mentioned to locals that we're staying in Vesterbro, people have said, oh, that's my favorite area of Copenhagen. I love that area. And I can definitely tell why after staying here for a couple weeks, because it's such a like communal neighborhood. People know each other. You come into this little square, you say hi to your neighbors. And I think generally the housing is still not too expensive here. And also it's very, very close to downtown. You can walk in about 10 minutes to downtown that way, or you can take a bicycle and you'd be there in a minute. Okay, let's change locations. And something that's amazing about living in Copenhagen is how bicycles are one of the main modes of transportation. And so actually this whole lane right here, that's the bicycle lane or scooter lane. And then over here you have the sidewalk. I believe that the figure is about 60 or 65% of the population in Copenhagen rides a bicycle on a daily basis to get from place to place. Let's head into the apartment now and I'm gonna give you a full tour. And make sure you look not only on the road, but also on the bicycle path to see for traffic. Okay, we're clear. And this is the communal entrance of the front door as well. It's okay, come on inside. And now this is our actual door here to our individual apartment. We're on just the first floor here. Okay, come on inside. Oh yes, we keep it nice and warm in here with the heaters on. You can put your shoes here. You can, I guess it's probably quite common in colder climates, because there's probably a coat room there, storage room, shoe rack, and just the entranceway. Light here? Oh, there we go. Okay, just to let you know before we start this entire tour, this is somebody's apartment, and so they kind of have a lot of stuff. Yeah, some things are a little bit cluttered, but that is okay. And then this apartment I believe it's a 3-bedroom apartment actually, but we're only using 2 bedrooms. So we'll say it's a 2-bedroom apartment. There's a kitchen, a full living room, and then just kind of an open area entranceway. Let's actually start over here. This is a bedroom. It's actually very decently spacious bedroom. The kids' room for sure. There's a lot of toys in here, tons and tons of toys. There's bunk beds in this room, and all sorts of things that could keep a kid occupied forever. Micah's loving this room, and I love the old window as well. It's like indented so that you can actually even sit there. You've got that old style, and also the walls are definitely very thick for the insulation. I personally really like these old wooden floors and the panels, but they are kind of creaky, kind of loud. So the only problem is if you have young kids, if you have a baby and you're like, I've had to really, especially when the baby is sleeping, I've had to really tippy-toe my way around the house, especially at night. It is kind of creaky, kind of loud. And this is the bedroom that we've been sleeping in. There is also actually a crib here, and a couple of beds. Oh, okay. Yes, again, I won't attempt my full traditional jumping bed test on this bed for fear that the bed might fall through the floor to the next level below. But yeah, bed is pretty good. I've been sleeping well. Okay. Come on outside, and this is really the the main part of the house. This is the combination of the kitchen, which is all open into the dining room, which is then all open into the living room. And so this is really the living space of the house. Let's start over on the left-hand side with the kitchen. Just walk around the fridge here. Oh yeah, and the fridge is kind of like, it actually opens to the living room side, not to the kitchen side. Full stove is here. I like that it's still all gas. So you've got good flame. There's all sorts of appliances, all sorts of spices that were just remaining in the house, that have just been in the house. Over on this side, and this is sort of the island that leads to the dining room and the living room, there's more odds and ends. This is a washer. What do you call this? A dishwasher? Yeah, a dishwasher. Coffee, lots of coffee. And then the whole sink situation, some antiques. They've got all sorts of kitchen things just going up the side of the wall. A mixer, zoom, zoom, zoom. And then these are some of the foods that we've been eating on. Some bananas, some eggs, some vegetables, some fruits. More stuff going up. I guess something probably about this old style of apartment is that there's not a lot of storage. There's not a lot of cabinets, built-in cabinets. And that's also why it's, in my opinion, I mean, the amount of stuff, it's kind of artistic at the same time, but kind of messy because there's not a lot of built-in cabinets. Fridge is also pretty packed full of stuff, and not much of it is ours. We have a few things. Some milk. Oh yeah, this is some amazing cider that we picked up at a place earlier this week. And over here, this would be the communal dining room table, which has become more of my office, where I set up my computer, where I do some work, where I download all the photos and video edit. Oh yeah, the chocolate. Okay, the other day we went to this artisan chocolate maker who's very well known throughout Denmark, and he makes, yeah, for sure some of the best chocolate in Denmark. And this is 100% no sugar. I love it. Oh yeah. That is the real deal. I love the bitterness. I love the real taste of the chocolate. You can even taste like the fermentation of those seeds, kind of slightly fruity, bitter. That is a superfood. Okay, and then finally the giant L sofa that actually fits perfectly in this room. This is where you're gonna relax. This is where you're gonna hang out when you're staying at this apartment for sure. On both sides you have natural light because on the inside of the court you have that courtyard. See, everything is designed in a square shape. And then the final room to show you is the bathroom, and there's just one bathroom for the entire apartment. On this side, this is the whole storage. This is the washer machine, and then this is the shower. And then if you keep on walking to this side, actually I haven't used this at all, but this is the bathtub, which is actually pretty cool because you could sit there. I think it is at least non-see-through glass at the bottom there, but you could sit there, you get the natural light, you're kind of in it's like hotel style. The nature outside, and there's the playground. And then over on this side, the toilet, bathroom cabinet, and sink. From here, we'll go quickly outside, just quickly walk around that square, the communal the square inside of the apartment. Again here, you don't want to forget your key because it slams and you are out of luck if you forgot your key in the house. Okay, but this is a really cool staircase, and it just kind of like winds its way to the top. This is maybe the fire exit staircase, but the back staircase as well. That leads into the courtyard. Be careful so you don't slide down these steps, which would not be too hard to do. Okay, here we go, welcome. It's actually a huge, you can see like how big this entire square is when you come into the communal courtyard. There are apartments, I don't know, I mean, just as a complete guessing estimate, I would say 150, maybe 200 apartments in this square block. That's just a complete guess looking at the amount of windows. And I haven't honestly spent much time or any time sitting at this table. But definitely in the summertime, I would spend a lot of time here drinking coffee, hanging out, just enjoying this inner courtyard. Within here, there's also a pretty good-sized playground, actually a very good-sized playground. That's like a public park-sized playground, which would also be very nice in nicer weather. Outside of the apartment now, and gonna just walk down the street. It's not actually a coffee shop. It's more of like a little convenience store, a community store. I know they have a lot of specialty products and drinks and stuff. And I know they do have coffee, so I'm gonna stop there for a coffee and then just kind of check it out. And this is the spot right here on the corner. There's always a lot of people sitting out here, hanging out. Little supermarket there, and then they also have some tables where you can sit here too. Got some milk for Micah as well, coffee. Oh, hot. It's a really cool place actually. It's a little grocery store, but it's one of those places that just like packs in everything you need. There's coffee, there's lots of craft beers, there's lots of different wines and cheeses, and it's a good place to have on the corner. That's gonna bring us to the end of this house tour, living in Copenhagen house tour, apartment tour. Let me move this milk. We fully enjoyed our time in this area, walking around the parks, the public spaces, the restaurants, the cafes. It's a great area to stay. I would highly recommend it. It's really quiet. It's a peaceful neighborhood, but then if you just walk 10 or 15 minutes, you'll be downtown Central Station, Copenhagen, so it's a good location as well. As for price, living at Copenhagen is definitely not a cheap city. Hotels are very expensive. For this apartment, it came to about $189 per night for the three of us. That's gonna wrap up this video, this tour. I wanna say a big thank you for watching. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe to Mark Abroad. I'm gonna be publishing more travel tips, more apartment tours and house reviews and hotel reviews and transportation reviews and all sorts of travel material guides. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the next video.